Pennsylvania League of Angling Youth, Spring 2013. Written by Andrew Fedor and Miranda Smith. Edited by Spring Gearhart. Design and illustrations by Jeff Decker and Ted Walk. Photos from the PFBC archives. Vocabulary. Watch for these words. Abundance. Number of fish captured in a survey. Diversity. Variety of fish species present. Scales. Protective plates on a fish's body. Otoliths. Bone-like structures in the inner ears of some fishes that help with balance and detecting sound. Aquatic invasive species. A non-native species that takes over an aquatic ecosystem. Survey. To question someone in order to collect information of a group or area. Data. Information collected during a survey. Population. All the fish that live in a specific waterway. Representative sample. Since we can't sample all the fish, smaller numbers with fish representing the population are sampled. Pennsylvania FSI, Fish Scene Investigation. Have you ever wondered what species of fish live in a river, or if a lake is good for bass fishing? Have you noticed that some streams are stocked with trout while others are not? Answers to these questions could help make you a better angler. The Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission, called the PFBC, is here to help. Think of the search for these answers as a fish scene investigation, or FSI. Our fisheries biologists need to learn more about Pennsylvania's fish populations before they can manage them. Read this issue to discover more about the tactics of fish management. Collecting and analyzing the data. Our fisheries biologists must first gather information before they can manage fish populations. There are many rivers, lakes, and streams in Pennsylvania. It's impossible for biologists to catch, count, and learn about every fish in all of these waterways. In order to investigate a waterway, biologists have a few tricks up their sleeves. Biologists will survey a waterway to catch a representative sample of all the fish living there. Data from the survey is collected, recorded, and later analyzed. The analysis results in estimates of the population, abundance of certain species, or size at that point in time. The estimates from that sampling are compared to estimates made when it was sampled before. This helps to show trends in the population. Collecting and analyzing. Date and time. Location. Effort. Catch per effort, which is the number of fish caught and time spent sampling. Water quality. Water temperature. Abundance. Diversity. Length from nose to tail. Weight. Scale or otolith sample. Origin, if it's a wild or stocked fish. Tools of the trade. Biologists use different types of tools and methods to survey our waterways. The selection of tools and methods depends on the type of waterway, flowing or lakes and ponds, depth, and fish species under investigation. Tools of the trade. Electrofishing. Biologists may use electrofishing equipment to survey fish populations. This equipment can be used by a biologist wading in a stream or from a boat. An electrical current from a generator passes through electrodes in the water. Fish near the electrodes are actually attracted, like a paper clip, to a magnet. Others are temporarily stunned. Biologists net the fish and later identify, count, and measure the fish. Fish are then released unharmed. Backpack electrofishing. Backpack electrofishing is used in streams and rivers. One biologist wears a special backpack that has a control box and either a generator or battery to produce the power. Then the electricity is transmitted to the water with electrodes held by the biologists. One or more biologists collect the stunned fish with nets. They work their way upstream, capturing fish as they move through the water. Boat electrofishing. Boat electrofishing is used on larger rivers and lakes where wading would be difficult. One biologist operates the boat, control box, and generator. The two electrodes are mounted from the front of the boat. Another biologist then stands on the bow or front of the boat and nets the stunned fish. You can find more information on electrofishing on the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission website. Benthic Trawl. Biologists use benthic trawling to sample small bottom-dwelling fish species such as darters, chubs, and mad toms. The funnel-shaped trawl net is attached to a boat that drags it along the bottom. Biologists have begun to use electrified benthic trawl nets. An electric current is used to stun the fish so they move off the bottom and into the net. Benthic trawls are used in the deeper waters of large rivers and Lake Erie. Gill net. A gill net is a flat net that is set in the water. The size of the openings in the netting determines what size and type of fish can be captured. Fish swim into the net but can only fit partly through the opening. When the fish tries to back out, the net catches behind the gill cover and traps it. Biologists use gill nets to sample walleyes, yellow perch, trout, and shad. Creel Survey. Sometimes PFBC interviews anglers. This is called a Creel Survey or Angler Survey. Anglers are asked questions about the length of time they fished that day, the number and species of fish kept and released, fishing methods used, and targeted species. We may also ask anglers questions about their age, where they live, and how much money they spent on their fishing trip. In addition, the number of people fishing, both on the water and from the shore, will be counted. Decisions. Biologists will examine all the data from the survey. This data will help the commission make important decisions about managing fish species and the waterways. Healthy fish. The length and weight tells us many things about a fish: how well it's growing, if it gets enough food and if it has good habitat or place to live. Biologists will also count the rings on scales and otoliths. New rings are added as a fish grows. From the inside, they provide useful information about the fish's age, growth rate, and life history. Biologists compare length, weight, growth rate, and age to determine the fish's overall health. Catching big, healthy fish is a good thing for anglers. Healthy diversity. The diversity of fish caught during a survey tells us if the habitat and water quality are good enough to support a variety of fish. Catching different fish is more interesting to anglers than catching only one type of fish. Healthy populations. The number of fish, or sample, caught during the survey helps biologists estimate the total population in a waterway. Data is entered into special formulas that estimate the population size. After all, it's fun catching more fish, right? The end result. All of this information is used to manage fish and create fishing regulations. Seasons, sizes, creel limits, and fish stockings are guided by surveys. Surveys can also tell us if a fish is threatened, endangered, or even an aquatic invasive species. All of this hard work ensures fun fishing for all anglers. A gilt darter is an example of a threatened species. Atlantic sturgeon is an example of an endangered species. And round goby is an example of an aquatic invasive species. FSI, your turn. PFBC biologists use many different methods to investigate the waterways and make an estimate of fish populations. Solve the word equations below to reveal some of the tools they use. The first one is done for you. 1. Broad minus RD plus travel minus ravel plus election minus the ION plus grow minus GW plus catfish minus cat plus sing minus S equals boat electrofishing. 2. Hoot minus T plus pen minus E plus let's minus L equals blank. 3. Bench minus CH plus this minus S plus cat minus A plus crawl minus C equals blank. 4. Grill minus R plus nest minus S equals blank. 5. Creepy minus PY plus logs minus OG plus lure minus LE plus very minus R equals blank. 6. Pantry, P-A-E-N-T-R-Y, minus the E-N-Y. Again, that's P-A-E-N-T-R-Y minus E-N-Y, plus apron minus the R-O, plus west minus W-S equals blank. Number 7, black minus L, plus package minus A-G-E, plus selection minus S-T-I-O-N, plus trout minus U-T, plus fist minus T, plus thing minus T equals blank. Now match each answer above to the fish scene investigation below. Which survey tool is used for each investigation? A. Brook trout in a small creek equals blank. B. Channel catfish in a large river equals blank. C. Yellow perch in Lake Erie equals blank. D. Bottom-dwelling darters in a large river equals blank. E. Bluegills in a lake equals blank. F. Largemouth bass in a lake equals our example of boat electrofishing. G. Number of anglers targeting walleye at a lake equals blank. Answers to top of page. 1. Boat electrofishing. 2. Hoop nets. 3. Benthic Trawl. 4. Gill net. 5. Creel Survey. 6. PA Trap net. 7. Backpack electrofishing. Answers to fish scene investigation. A. Backpack electrofishing. B. Hoop nets. C. Gill net. D. Benthic Trawl. E. PA Trap net. F. Boat electrofishing. G. Creel Survey.